Hey, welcome to camp. 3 friends and I are going on a 65-mile canoe trip in the boundary waters of Minnesota. For 8 days, we'll be paddling around beautiful remote lakes, portaging our canoes and gear from lake to lake, battling mosquitoes, fishing for dinner, going over beaver dams, and enjoying the gorgeous boundary water skies. We've been driving for 5 hours from Minneapolis. We are still 44 minutes away from the outfitter, where we're going to hop in the lake and start our canoe trip. And now it's raining like crazy. We made it. Let's go, 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 go. We start our trip tomorrow when we actually go in the water in the canoes. And so tonight we are at the outfitters sleeping in a bunkhouse with all the bunk beds.
It's in one of the Walmart bags.
We got everything packed up, and now we're gonna go to bed because it's early roll call tomorrow. Get out on the water. Yeah. Good morning. We're about to go get driven to our starting point.
Sight in the dark. So I just stayed on Rib Lake, and there was
Just got placed in the water. It's a little rainy, but it's not really that bad. First portage is over there. So this is attempt number 2 of a big loop, like a 60-mile loop that we tried last year, and we couldn't do it. So this is round 2. Hopefully we do it this time. Today is like 7 miles of paddling and like half a mile of portaging before we get to the first campsite. It's 8:30 right now, so hopefully by noon we'll be there. There've been a lot of storms, and so this portage is shin deep water right now. Come on. Just ripped my rain pants on the first portage. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Finished the first portage on the second lake. There's 6 more portages today. On the very first one, I blew out the crotch of my rain pants immediately. So off to a great start. These are the worst mosquitoes yet. Oh my god. There's so many. Yeah, those are loons. They're so funny. A lot of these portages aren't supposed to look like this, be this muddy. But there were recent storms, like 2 weeks ago, that flooded everything. They raised the water level like by 2 feet, 3 feet. So all of this is now the portage site. And it's like a breeding ground for mosquitoes. And it's awful. Oh no. What? Spat in my net. This lake's insanely windy. There's like little baby waves. Set us up for success.
go in?
Yeah.
You guys should probably go like straight in.
Yeah, nice. I just when you sleep in that.
That's good. That was the last portage of the day, and now we just sail through till we find the campsite. This is the biggest lake so far. Oh, sorry, I'm not paddling. Going straight for the island.
What?
Say it again.
We got a fish.
Say it's Latin name.
I don't know. It's landing.
What kind of fish is it?
It's a smallmouth bass.
First campsite. I immediately ripped my rain pants on the very first portage, so they're not really gonna do much for the rest of the trip. Now it's lunchtime.
Where are we here?
At 3 o'clock. There's like a breeze. I thought the bugs were better. I think better.
Feels better.
Mosquitoes are like 10 times worse than they were last year. So we're eating lunch with our nets on, and then you sneak a bite. You gotta drop it?
Yeah, you did.
There's leeches all over this lake, and I just had two on me.
Like a chair and then maybe like a couple.
Now I'm bleeding like crazy. We're in a little mosquito house. Mosquito-free zone. Cooking up the fish we caught.
What you grabbing?
Oh, that's good. That's a piece of Fig Newton.
Oh.
Okay, mine Fig Newton.
No, they were. I am.
Caught a walleye. First bite of walleye. Oh, that garlic pepper thing is really good.
They're really good.
We made camp and we got back in the boats to do more fishing. So the wind's blowing us this way. We're trying to fish in this cove right here. So we posted up at the mouth of the cove. We're just letting the wind push us. We cast, and then when we get pushed all the way to the end, paddle back up, try again, or go to a different area.
I hooked the fish.
Hey!
Video.
It is.
Oh.
When you go to the boundary waters, you have to stay at designated campsites, and the campsites have like a fire circle and tent pads kind of already. They also have vault toilets. This is the vault toilet. They're always surrounded by mosquitoes. It's dinner time.
Yeah.
Biscuits and gravy.
Fix that next time.
Reddit.com recommends 1/3 cup less water.
1/3 less. So much less.
Did you say reddit.com?
Yeah. Because this
It's
one.
the website I go to.
This one's only 2.
We have an early morning tomorrow. I think we're getting up at like 5 because the rain comes at definitely 2 p.m. tomorrow, if not noon. And it's our longest day, so we're gonna try to get up early and beat the rain. All the mosquitoes want to come inside. No, sir. This is the best way I could think to dry my pants. Best way I can hang them up in the tent. Okay, so we're getting an early start tomorrow. It's 8 p.m. right now, but we're all in our tents, getting ready for bed. Just so we can wake up early. We're gonna try to head out early. It's like a 10-mile day, so it could take like 6 hours. So I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is 5 a.m. and the sun is just poking up over the water. So it's time to start moving. So this is the plan for today. Yesterday was 7 miles, 6 of them canoe, 1 of them portage. Day 2 is 9.7 total with 8.2 canoe, 1.5 portage. So there's 7 portages total, 1.5 miles of portages. It's a big day. Last year when we did this, there was 1 portage that was a swamp for like a half a mile. And carrying the canoe in that is super sketchy because you just sink down in the mud. So hopefully with all the high water, it's just a river now. The water's like glass this morning. It's a beautiful start to the worst day of the trip. Not the worst, but the hardest, at least. when you portage, you can single portage or double portage, and that just means to carry everything in one go versus like go back and go again. And last year we double portage, and it literally takes double the time, or like triple the time, triple the miles, because you have to have 1, 2, 3. So this year we're trying single portage, which means I have a pack and the canoe, and on some of these it gets a little sketchy. This one wasn't that sketchy, this one was a short one. We just made it through one of the bigger lakes today, and now it's going, I'm talking to the camera, the mouth of the lake is becoming a river now, and then we go down a river, and last year there was a beaver dam that was a pain in the butt to get around. So this year we'll see if we can just get over it because of the high water. A little snack break on the water. Made it to the beaver dam.
Yeah, we went to the lake.
The water's almost high enough to where we can just go over it. No way. Wait, I can get out too.
And then yeah, it'll tilt once you get out.
Oh my god, it's so much better. Okay, good call. Paddle, because the wind's pushing us back. Oh wow, look at that view. We are currently doing the longest portage of the day, which is 180 rods. I know 80 rods is a quarter mile, so 160 is a half mile, so it's just over half a mile. A little muddy. Like in terms of the ones we've seen, this one really isn't that bad. Like I said before, we're single portaging, so my friend has the canoe and a portage pack. He's ahead of me right now, and I have the other pack and our food bags. The next portage is literally right around the corner, and last year it was a really bad one. We were like sinking 3 feet into the mud. The last time we did this part of our trail, the water level wasn't as high, so we had to walk it in like a marshy area the whole time. Now the water level is high enough. I mean, it's a tight fit, but this is way better than walking it in like waist high mud. This is our last lake before the lake that we're camping on. So it's this lake, one portage, and then the campsite's like right on the other side of the portage. Faster! Hey. This is the portage pack that we've been wearing when we carry the canoe. Looks huge, it's because it is. It weighs a ton. This is portage 7 out of 7 for the day. It's another 80 rod portage, which is a quarter mile. Oh, and this one's extremely muddy too. When you're portaging, you can't really see where you're going at all. This is my view. Yeah, you can only really see 2 feet in front of you. Welcome to Sawbill Lake. We're on the final lake. This is the lake we're camping on, Sawbill Lake. And I think the campsite I found is over that way. Made it to campsite number 2. We left at 6:30 in the morning, and it is now almost 1 o'clock. So 6.5 hours for 9.7 miles. It's not that bad. We have an hour before it's supposed to rain. And the wind's picking up, so it feels like it's going to. But right now it's really pretty. It's 1:30, rain comes in half an hour, supposedly.
I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. Everybody has their tents set up. And now we're just chilling. At some point we're gonna go fishing and swimming. Because how can you not?
Hear my wind?
So the wind's really picking up now. There's dark clouds coming, so the rain's probably coming. It said it was supposed to come at 2, and it's now 3:20, and there was still no rain. So it's probably coming soon. So we set up the tarp. When it rains, this is gonna be our hangout area. Right now we're all going swimming because it's like 80 degrees out and it's not raining yet. We're all going swimming, and this is our swimming pool. No splashing, no splashing.
It's not splashing, it's water.
I know, I'm falling. I'm falling.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
It's hard.
I'm just gonna sit here.
You just got it sat perfectly.
All the rocks are so slippery. So I slipped and I'm sitting down. And I think I might stay here. It is so cold.
No,
Shut up, shut up. No talking for 3 seconds.
I have no sun cream.
Put your sunscreen. I got some on the stump.
Refreshing.
It's now a little after 4 and the sun is still out and it hasn't rained yet. So we're not even sure if it is gonna rain, but we're prepared for it. Fishing day 2. It's a super windy day, but we are in between 2 islands right now. The wind really isn't blowing us that much right now, so this is perfect for getting some casts off. It never ended up raining, and it is 6:40 right now, so it probably won't rain ever again for the rest of the trip.
Yep.
So we're making dinner. Tonight's dinner is Annie's mac and cheese and tuna. Oh, the sun's gonna set right over there. We're facing the sunset.
You can't leave this campsite. There's no bugs.
So I only caught 1 fish while we were out.
So we're cooking it up.
So we're just cooking the fish up in oil and whatever this is. Yesterday it worked out pretty well. Oh. First bite. That's good. At 8:07, the rain started. We just assumed it wasn't coming, but it finally came. So now I'm just chilling in my tent. It's really coming down now.
You stop?
No, the sun is out. The rain was crazy hard and then it just kind of stopped and the sun is shining through.
Hi, YouTube.
Rain finally stopped. It's almost 9 o'clock. I'm gonna go to bed because we're waking up early again to get an early head start. So I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. We're almost done packing up camp. Today we have 6.9 miles and only 2 portages, which is gonna be awesome because yesterday was 7 and it was triple the length. So it's the morning of day 3. We randomly got service for like half a second this morning and I was able to check the weather, and the weather said there's a 50% chance of rain at 1 and 100% chance of rain at 2. And we were taking our good old time this morning because when I checked the weather before, today was supposed to be the clearest day. And so we got a late start and it's 8 o'clock, and so it's a race against time right now to get to camp before the Boundary Waters dumps a whole bunch of rain on us. But it's still a pretty day. The mornings on the water are always so glassy. It's so easy to paddle. This is the longest lake and the calmest lake we've seen so far. When we did this last year, the wind was blowing us the opposite way and it was a pain to try to get down it. It was so long. It took like 2 hours at least to get through it. And we're more than halfway and it's only been half an hour. So the no wind is really helping right now. We just totally crushed that first lake. We did like 3 miles of paddling in less than an hour. We're almost to the first portage. With these portages, we know like the general area of where they are, but we don't know exactly where they are, so we just have to kind of go in that general direction and then look around on the shore. So we know it's in here somewhere. We saw that clearing over there, so that's probably it. And if we're wrong, then we recheck the maps and look for another clearing. That portage was only like 0.1 miles or something, so we just figured we would double carry the canoe and put on our packs while we carry it, and it worked out really well. It was like the best portage we've had. And now we are in Alton Lake, which is another big one. And so we go from where we are on Alton, just like kind of near the top, to the bottom. Then there's one more portage, and then we're in our camping lake. We're at the other end of this lake now, and this is officially the furthest we've made it. Last year we got over there, we camped over there, and one of my friends like aggravated the tendon in his thumb, couldn't hold the paddle anymore, so we figured we better not carry on with the 35 more miles of the trip. So we just had like a calm rest of the trip, turned back and did, I don't know, like 15 miles in 4 days or something. So we're almost at the last portage, right around this corner, and we have no idea what's to come. Made it to the last lake. The water here is even more like glass than the other lakes.
Oh, okay.
We got to camp around 10:30, so it was only like 2.5 hours for the whole 7-mile day, which was awesome. And we have just been chilling for a couple hours now. We set up the tents. We have the tarp up for when it rains, which is going to be soon according to the weather. But the sun just came out, so who even knows?
That's where bigger ones might be because it's deeper.
But they don't like worms. Uh-oh.
Caught us. What'd you do?
Caught a smallmouth bass. Sport fish. Oh yeah, he's in.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a little after 4 and it never rained, and it's actually a really pretty day. Which is really annoying because we set up the rain tarp.
May I use the lighter? Terribly longer. You're right. We should do the short way then. No. First,
this one's really good.
Out of
Yeah?
school interaction, and it was to
Peak might be the
fucking
way to go.
Town.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Peak's been really good to me.
Yeah, I went kind of fast.
When we got to our campsite, all this water was completely flat. It was so glassy. And now with all the wind that's been coming in, you can see it's a lot more choppy. So I figured I'd go through and show what I've been eating every single day. So for each day I have just a gallon bag like this. It has the breakfast, snacks, lunch, and dinner inside of it. Mac means mac and cheese for dinner because I have some variants for dinner. Forward, that's really just to tell me like if I go for a snack from pack 4, then I should keep eating from pack 4 for that day. For breakfast, I just have a Pop-Tart. Some other days I have a Cliff Bar, but it's either Cliff Bar or Pop-Tart. One snack is 2 pouches of Skippy peanut butter. Another snack is dried pineapple. I think it's like 2 ounces. So 2 ounces of trail mix, and then 2 beef sticks. Oh, and also 2 fun-size Snicker bars. And then for lunch, I just have some jerky and Triscuits. So it's something that I can eat pretty quick if we're trying to still paddle, so I can eat it on the canoe. It's a lot more filling than it sounds. And then for dinner, I have different variants. This one is Annie's white cheddar mac and cheese shells. And then I throw in some canned tuna, or it's packet tuna, but same thing. Other variants of dinner are the biscuits and gravy backpacker meal I had before, and then a chicken pesto pasta backpacking meal that I just had tonight. Pretty simple assortment of food. I like it. Fills me up, keeps me going. Everything tastes good. Oh, and if we happen to catch a fish that we can actually cook up easily, then, you know, we supplement dinner with that too. It is almost 6:30 right now, and we have a pretty big day tomorrow. It's 6 different portages, but the mileage is like 2 miles of portages. So 6:30 is pretty early, but we're all gonna try to go to sleep right now or soon so that we can get up early and go, because the portages take a long time, and so the earlier we can start them, the better. Also, we're all just kind of wiped out, so really hoping I can fall asleep at 6:30. As you can see, the sun's still like pretty up there. It doesn't set until like 11 anyway. But we're all going to head to bed soon. Good morning. 5:30 in the morning. We're all packing up camp, and the sun is already risen. Ouch. Super calm lake again this morning.
Roll backwards to try to get it?
Do you know how to take it off?
First fish of the day. The first portage of the day. This one's 285 rods, which is almost a mile. And it's 6:30 in the morning. As far as portages go, this one isn't really that bad. It's just so long. 1 mile is 320 rods, and this one's 285, so it's really close to being a mile. The mosquitoes at this portage are insane. The Boundary Waters is a collection of lakes in northern Minnesota, just on the boundary between the US and Canada. It's like thousands of different lakes that are all interconnected, and some of those lakes are connected by like small rivers, or the lake just feeds into another lake, but a lot of them are connected by like hiking trails, pretty much, called portages, where you have to carry the canoe from lake to lake. It really depends on just your route, like what lake you're going to, and then that dictates what kind of portages you have to see. So on our 60+ mile trip, we have a lot of portages, and that's just how it goes. That's just the route that we chose. And I'd say like the average length is a 1/4 mile, and a 1/4 mile really isn't that bad. But ones like these where it's almost a full mile, if you single portage that, you carry your pack and the canoe, it hurts a lot. And so this one we double portaged. So my friend went back for the other pack. So this is the longest portage of the day. Honestly, this is one of the longer portages of the trip. But today we have 1.8 miles of portages. There are 5 more portages for today. A lot of them are real quick, like 5-10 rods. One of them I think is a quarter mile. Made it to Grace Lake. The next portage is like literally right over there. This is probably the 30th beaver dam or beaver house that we've seen, but we haven't seen a single beaver. So currently we're on this kind of river system that is like paddle for 2 minutes and then do a really quick portage. And then we do that like 4 times until we get to the next lake. Oh, that's all.
You sink?
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. Wow. Boy.
Perfect. Take it away.
No. So there's sort of rapids right here. So there was a portage that took us all the way around and then over the rapids or around the rapids. But this portage has so much blowdown. There's 2 down trees.
Yeah, we went over it. Ready?
Yeah, I guess we could have, sorry. So this is the portage trail. There's 2 down trees back to back. So we went around all this sketchiness. The ironic part is this is the shortest portage of the day. We have 1 more half-mile portage before the lake that we're gonna camp at. But before we get there, it's down a little river system again. So it's probably gonna be really pretty. There's a swan on the lake. You know, Swan Lake is a lake. It's only like a couple lakes over. Maybe she lives there.
Like critical care groups.
This is Night Lake.
Oh, we're gonna.
Bad.
Good night. There we go.
Nice. Oh, we got a little boost from the current. The water we're in now is super shallow and there's rocks everywhere, so we're having to navigate around the rocks. The kind of canoe that we're in is a Kevlar canoe, so it's super light compared to the metal ones, but if we hit a rock too fast, it'll just pop a hole in it and then we go down like the Titanic. The Kevlar canoes are just like strands of Kevlar held together with resin, so there's really no strength. But it makes the portaging a lot better. But that's why we've been getting in and out while standing in water, because if you take it up on land and try to get in and out, you'll end up just puncturing a hole in it. There's a bunch of rocks up ahead.
Oh yeah.
That's a rock. Okay.
This is a big one. I'll go. Yeah. We got a bear right here.
Those rocks were slippery. Snack on the boat.
Oh, look at that. Hold on to your butt.
Are you sure we can? Whoa. Okay. It seemed a lot scarier than it was. The little beaver dam there that we just went over. We made a change of plans. We got to our supposed to be campsite at like 10:30 in the morning and we just decided to keep pushing on. But to push on, we have to go through 5 more portages because in between the two lakes there's nothing. There's just 5 portages on this river here. So we just did 2 of them, and now there are 3 more. And then the next lake is going to be a big lake with a bunch of campsites, so should be fine regardless of what time we get there. Okay, I'm holding this. Can you paddle left? Like turn us right? Nice. Yeah. This portage is so overgrown. Oh man. We are now in a part of the boundary waters that people don't normally go to. Like, we're probably going to be the only people out this way. It makes sense that these portages are as grown over as they are. We have one more portage left until we're at the lake that we're gonna camp on, which will be our 11th portage of the day, which is pretty insane. It's not even 12:30 yet, so we're doing really well. This is the portage area that we were supposed to get off at, but a freaking beaver chopped down a tree and blocked it off, so we're all getting out in this marshy, swampy area.
Yeah, maybe he was right.
So we kept on going, we added a little bit more to our day. And that worked out to be 5 more portages. This is the last portage of the day, number 11. This one's, I think, 97 rods, which is just over a quarter mile. So far, it's a pretty nice portage. Not overgrown. There's also like no mosquitoes for some reason. I don't know what's going on. All these black dots are mosquitoes. Day 4 campsite is on its own private island. So we have this whole island to ourselves. We can go all the way to the other side. When we got to camp today, it was super sunny and like 80 degrees. It was so hot. And then in the last hour, the sky got super gray. The wind picked up, temperature dropped. We're starting to hear thunder over there. So rain is probably coming. But it didn't rain the entire day while we were on the water, which is the best thing you could ask for.
Doing what? There's a lake called Gabby Michigami.
These are all bug bites.
Take out a little further.
Campsite's on this island right here. We have the whole island to ourselves.
Do you have it on camera?
No, I just started. First walleye of the trip.
Good job. Do you want to see him up close? Look at his teeth. See those teeth?
Yeah, oh, he's mean.
Yeah, this is a little too small.
But it's so pretty. None of the fish were keeper size, so have mac and cheese for dinner instead.
You
It's almost 9 p.m. We are all going to bed. See you in the morning.
That is huge.
I got bit.
I don't like how it looks behind us. Getting a little sketchy. Shit.